Today we're going to make high protein keto chocolate peanut butter ice cream. Pretty straightforward to make. Let's get on and do it. Yeah, I get asked for a lot of high protein recipes because people generally go online and they see all these high protein Ninja Creamy recipes and they actually make them and they're solid as a rock or they go super powdery. And people are starting to turn around to the fact that you actually just still need to make good ice cream in a Ninja Creamy. You can't, they're getting a bit pissed off for making crap. So here we are. This is just a protein powder I use whatever you got at hand. Obviously this is a chocolate recipe, so it's better if it's chocolate flavored. It doesn't have to be because we're gonna add cocoa, but it will increase that chocolate flavor somewhat. So let's just get stuck in and make it. We are gonna need 300 grams of milk. Use whole milk if you got it. Into that, we're going to add 317 grams of whipping cream, 33%. If you've only got 36 or 35, just use that. It's absolutely fine. Into that, we're going to add 20 grams of cocoa powder. Use a nice, strong cocoa powder. And then we're going to add 90 grams of allulose. Oh my God. New tub. I changed allulose that I use based on availability. And the final two ingredients are guar gum and protein powder. But what we're going to do is gently heat this up just to about 55 to 60 degrees centigrade because we need to get that cocoa powder immersed into the liquid. It needs to be homogenized. Just going to heat it up as fast as you like. It doesn't make any difference here. We're not bringing it anywhere near boiling point, so you don't have to worry about that. Just so that the cocoa powder dissolves nicely into your liquid. So we're at that final stage. Cocoa powder doesn't truly dissolve, so if you don't heat it up, allowing it to break down, you don't get the flavor, you don't get the color, you don't get anything. You need to heat it up to do that. So now we're at that stage. It just looks like hot chocolate in here. All we need to do is to weigh out our protein powder, 43 grams, and then into that we're going to add 1 gram of guar gum. We don't need a lot because this has got other stuff in it, and protein itself will thicken a base without stabilizer. But what it won't do is maintain that texture and consistency like a stabilizer does. We're just going to mix that together. We're mixing it together to break up that guar gum, incorporate it into here, put that into our mixture while stirring. Doing it this way avoids any overheating of protein powder. If you overcook protein powder, it becomes incredibly thick and gummy. So you don't want to do that. So that's why we're keeping this heat nice and low. We're probably at about 40 degrees centigrade now. This is the stage. If you were going to make this in a Ninja Creamy, you would pour this into your Ninja Creamy and let it freeze. But we're not. We're going to put this in our Muso normal ice cream machine. So let's get that in a container. And that's going to go in the fridge now until it's completely cooled down. Something to note. If you're going to make this in a Ninja Creamy, with 0 overrun, you're going to have much higher calories per tub than you would do if you churn it in an ice cream machine. And that is purely because the ice cream machine will add air, like all ice cream machines should do. The Ninja Creamy, any type, and the package out will add no air at all, which means that your calorie density is quite high in comparison to an ice cream machine where you can incorporate anywhere from 10% up to probably 30 or 40% for a home machine. Great way of reducing calories. Get a proper ice cream machine. We're going to let that chill down and then we'll come back and deal with our peanut butter. If you're using a standard ice cream machine, get that powered on and get it cooling down for 5 or 10 minutes. Then we're going to take our ice cream base out of the fridge and give it a really good stir before we pop it in our now chilled ice cream machine. Whilst that's churning, we are going to take our peanut butter and some coconut oil. This is refined, so it doesn't taste of coconut, and we're going to put in about 50 to 100 grams of peanut butter and 1 teaspoon of our coconut oil. Depends how much add-in you want to do. Then you're going to gently melt it in a microwave until it's completely liquid, and then stir it together, make sure it's completely homogenized, and we're going to start loading up our ice cream tub and layer in periodically some of our peanut butter. Then just finish loading up your ice cream tub, and you are going to pop it in the freezer to harden off for about 3 to 4 hours, or as long as you can wait. Then when it's time to scoopy, just make a nice solid ball of your beautiful ice cream and get that in a bowl of your choice. Finally, what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle over the top some of our gently warmed peanut butter, add in, and look at that glorious, perfect texture, chocolate, peanut butter, high protein ice cream. You'd never know that this is 0 sugar, high protein. Really nice. It's technically not 0 sugar because the milk and cream has lactose in it, which is sugar. Using allulose, it's super easy to do these kind of recipes, but you must be careful with the protein. Not all protein is created equally. Some have loads of stuff in. I mean, this one This is just the one I drink, but just to give you an idea of the ingredients. Protein blend, which is whey, protein concentrate, and isolate milk proteins, natural and or artificial flavors, cocoa, guar gum, xanthan gum, digestive enzymes, stevia, sucralose, soy lecithin, loads of stuff in there. So you have to be careful when you use this, because if you start adding other ingredients that will thicken your base, it will become too thick and then it will become too hard. Because most proteins or flavored proteins are heavily stabilized to act as preservatives. And that is kind of their purpose, their original purpose. What we're left with here is a delicious ice cream that's high protein, ultra low sugar, basically zero sugar. We're looking at 15.8% fat, 0.3% sugar, 6% milk solids non-fat. That number is semi-adjustable depending on the protein powder that you use. Obviously there's milk proteins in here, so depending on what your content is, will change that number somewhat. It's irrelevant to the recipe really. 38.6% solids, 61.5% water. There's 3 grams of carbs per 100 grams and 6 grams of protein per 100 grams. Even in a cheap home machine, you'll get at least 10% overrun, so your calories comes down exponentially the further up the overrun scale you go. In my Muso machine, I'll get about 30% overrun for this ice cream. So it becomes low calorie as well as keto. Anyway, let me know if you make this one. Let me know if you like it. I'm gonna do more keto and zero sugar recipes moving forward. I gotta get rid of this. So if you wanna see how I'm gonna get rid of this, head over to my other channel, Wakatera. I'll put a link in the description below, and I'm gonna get into shape. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.